I think our children are children in our society tend, we are a very paternal society, so we tend to underestimate the power that our children have, the kind of creative abilities they have, and as a result we ignore them on a lot of fronts. One of them of course is the career front. I was an engineer, mechanical engineer, fourth year, final year, and I went to Maruti and for a industrial tour and asked one of the engineers, I said, what does a mechanical engineer exactly do? He says, aren't you from BC? I said, yes, I'm a final year student. He said, you don't know what a mechanical engineer does? I said, no. He said, why did you become an engineer then? I said, I didn't want to get into medicine, so I said, did engineering. He said, why did you choose mechanical engineering? I said, the first two ranks were computer engineering, electronics. I didn't get that. Third ranks were all of you were mechanical. I took mechanical. He said, you don't know what a mechanical engineering does. What have you been studying? I said, I've studied all these theories, but what do you do? Maruti, I said, your designs and all come from Japan, so what exactly do you do? I think so. And this is the state that we are in, where there is a complete disconnect amongst what children can do, and I think parents should be called. We started that initiative actually in our preschool, in fact, where and at a simple level, where one of the parents brought a 3-month-old baby to the school, and these are 2-year-olds. So from adult, we like they're also babies, right? 2-year-old. What is a 2-year-old? They were like amazed to see the size. My hands are so big, his hands are so small. Auntie, he can't even sit. Auntie, his head is so soft. He said, can I touch him? And 5 of them were jumping. Have you seen that little baby? So there's a lot that parents talk. She talked about how he gets up, he cries at night, and they were like mouths were open, and we said, what does the child know? What does they? For them, any new exposure is very valuable, and they absorb a lot of things from that. They go home and tell their parents about it, and so we've done that. We've started calling our parents at the DPS Punjab. What we do is we have started calling them up to kind of give career orientations as well, because now, okay, your child is doing well in science, he likes biology, make him a doctor. What's a doctor's life like? Example, just because you scored well in biology in class 10th, they force you into medical stream and say, okay, fine, you're scoring well, so you should become a doctor. If you're not scoring well, what will you do? Will you become a businessman? What are you going to do? So people have to parents actually appreciate that. When we have tried testing that out with parents and wondering whether the same they have the time, most of them are happy to say yes, that yes, we would like to contribute, because for them it's a way also of giving back to the schools and to the community what their experience is, and ensuring that children's lives are not spoiled in the wrong careers as well. Plus, as we said, children can ask the stupidest or most intelligent question in one question only. It can be very stupid or very intelligent. The way you look at it, they don't care. They might ask you, why did you become a doctor? Why didn't you become a photographer? Or I think you would be a better photographer, ma'am. And suddenly a parent might also feel that maybe he's right somewhere inside. It looks stupid. Maybe he's got something there. The way I was talking about colors and lighting and everything, suddenly he's like, why are you a doctor? So so children have that power. I think people are happy to it. There's a feel good factor with school environment. So everybody, so even non-parents also. If I ask people in the community, if I ask you, Mr. Muli, would you like to come to our school over there and talk about it? Spend half an hour. You're like, okay, let me do it. It feels good. I mean, for your own satisfaction that I've done that. Nobody would have the heart to say, very few would have the heart to say no to that. And I think everyone benefits in this exchange. I mean, children benefit surely. The person who's speaking benefits. There's a lot of satisfaction in the take back. So I think that's something that schools are going to start taking is, and I think it's a trend which has also come from the business schools, where business schools call up the alumni to come and talk about their careers. For them, it started off like they want a reason to call them back so that they take the children to in their own companies. It's a placement kind of a gimmick. But also I think when those talks started happening, they realized, schools, colleges realized that this is something valuable that they're sharing with the students. And okay, fine, I work in this company, this is what my typical day is. Now schools are also introducing, would it be okay if children visited your company and spent a day at the company seeing how the whole operations work? For example, for your newspaper, would they be happy? So you say, okay, let me get back to you, let me speak to some people, and if they can observe, this is the research, and let's put 2 people who take them around, and it's good for you as a corporate, for a brand as well, to because the feel good factor for that, there's a lot of respect and for you that you shared your thing with us. So that feel good helps enhancing your brand value as well. So people, corporates, so schools are fortunate. We at schools are fortunate that everybody likes us. But again, schools have to build that image. Some of the schools are very unlikable, where there's this fortress around them. They don't want to care about anyone. Nobody cares about them. But those schools which are open and are trying efforts to make. So what I'm saying is, if schools take one step, people from outside will take two steps. People want to be a part and say that we'll be happy to contribute. And a lot of schools are now involving parents even in soccer coaching. They come and contribute in the evening. They say we can't find a soccer coach. The parents say, okay, fine. My baseline is increasing. I used to play soccer really well in school, and I've been trying to get myself to the park at 6:30, but I can't because, I mean, if it's optional, then I kind of prefer working in my office and making some more money. So hey, if I say okay, if I commit towards saying that okay, 3 times a week I'll come and train the children, so it gives you a lot of satisfaction. My son would be really proud of me that my papa's coming and coaching now. So my papa's a coach, so he wants to do it for his son as well, and this routine helps. So a lot of parents are actually volunteering, and we're saying that we have actually actively involved the parents in our annual functions. So and they do amazing. Parents, those who do this, they do an amazing job, more than what my staff does sometimes, because they come with a true passion, this complete selflessness to help out these children. So whenever parents volunteer for something, we try and have like in the annual function we have one dance performance by mothers. We sometimes have performances by grandparents. Normally children become grandparents in skits, so we actually involve the active grandparents, actually the real grandparents in the skit. And the minute they come on stage, they can call up, "Grandma, can you help me?" And they actually, parents see an actual grandmother walking in and start clapping because they know it's a real grandmother. So it just helps for us to be able to show that yes, we are all together. It's all a team effort. Ultimately, it's a child who's going to benefit. So people are more than happy to contribute, and I think it's a good experience. I think, but as you said, I think there's a lot of way forward, and there's a lot I think everyone can do on that front. I think companies and organizations can start approaching schools. Those schools who have not thought on those lines. There are many schools who have not thought, but would be receptive to these things as well. So I think everyone should take an initiative. Schools should do it, corporates should do it, and ultimately our children are going to benefit the most of it. So I think, yeah.